As theme park fans in New South Wales, we're not exactly spoiled for choice when it comes to themed entertainment. Thankfully, once a year, the Sydney Royal Easter Show comes around to remind us Sydney-siders and those that travel to see it what a day full of entertainment, rides, food, and shows looks like. Inaugurated in 1823, this is the longest-running agricultural show in Australia. And as it edges its bicentennial, it is stronger than ever, becoming one of Australia's biggest and best annual events. For ReviewTyme, I'm Luke, and today we'll be providing an overview of the Sydney Royal Easter Show 2019. This year the show is running for 12 days from the 12th through to the 23rd of April, which means we are already a couple of days into the event, but still have plenty of time left to enjoy everything the show has to offer. Starting at $24 for children and $39 for adults if you pre-book online, the Sydney Royal Easter Show is an incredible value, with the show starting each day at 9 a.m. and going all the way through till roughly 9:30 p.m. It is a long day. Thankfully, there is plenty to do to fill the time. You can easily spend a day without spending a cent and still not see everything. We recommend checking the daily schedules online or in the guides given out by volunteers at the entrance, so that you can pick out what's most important to you and set them as a priority for your day. Do keep in mind though that the day you visit will determine the crowd levels. Days closer to the public holidays of Easter are expected to be much busier than the Sunday which we visited in, which was quiet and easy to get around to see everything we wanted to. Also be aware that your ticket to the show includes public transport to and from the event, and catching the train to Sydney Olympic Park Station is our recommended way of getting there. Also make sure you do bring a little extra money if you want to partake in the time-honoured Australian tradition of picking up a show bag. For our international fans, show bags are a themed bag filled with items all related to a particular theme, such as a movie, TV show, or just chocolates. We're sure there is a show bag for almost everyone out there, and some of them do prove to be quite decent value for what you actually get. Shows and competitions. As an agricultural show similar to a state fair for our US-based friends, the heart of the event is to showcase the talents, skills, livestock, and equipment of our country lifestyle in Australia. As is traditional in these royal and country events, the Sydney Royal Easter Show is host to a huge array of competitions that aren't just limited to the expected traditional country talents. These range from the high-energy experiences of the woodcutting competitions and rodeos to the more relaxed mediums of art, animal husbandry, cooking, and gardening. We highly recommend grabbing something delicious to snack on, more on that later, and wander the beautiful art halls and displays that showcase creators' pure dedication to their art forms. For those interested in any types of animals, great or small, the show will have something right up your alley. Pets and livestock are both given the limelight throughout the day, and we're always excited to spend an hour awing at the dog competitions. Farm animals are actively involved in competitions as well, and it's amazing to see all of the incredible animals on display. Entertainment. The Royal Easter Show is an annual event for ReviewTyme, and a lot of that is due to the great range of entertainment on offer. Whilst our 2018 personal favourite entertainment offerings of Le Petit Grand and the Psycho Sideshow aren't returning this year, what is on offer is still spectacular. There almost seems to be something to watch around every corner. Walking around the show, you might stumble across dance crews, some ingeniously creative flamingo stilt walkers, or even the SpongeBob SquarePants Circus Parade that makes its way through the showgrounds a number of times each day, giving your children a great chance to see all of their favourite Nickelodeon characters. The highlight of the show and ReviewTyme's don't miss recommendation are all of the events involved in the nighttime lineup. We recommend grabbing a seat in the Sydney Showground Stadium around 6 p.m. and settling in for an amazing 3 hours of entertainment, which starts with the always heart-pounding rodeo before moving on to the greatest Easter show spectacular, A Million Dreams. Continuing the great circus theme from last year, you can expect daring motorcycle stunts, jaw-dropping aerialists, and much more. All joined by beautiful live vocal performances of popular songs from The Greatest Showman. To cap off your day are the Royal Easter Show fireworks, this year presented by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The fireworks display is the perfect length to keep you engaged in the adrenaline of the explosive performance, and a perfect way to finish your day. However, just because the fireworks are finished doesn't mean the show has to end, and the rides in the Coca-Cola Carnival area keep going late into the night. The ride selection doesn't get shaken up that much every year, though that's not necessarily a problem. There are a huge amount of attractions to experience, from a dedicated children's area to an adrenaline junkie's haven of intense flat ride attractions. The lineup of attractions on offer are some of the best travelling rides in Australia, even featuring 2 full-size roller coasters, even if, unfortunately, a few of the offerings are one-trick ponies, seemingly designed to make you lose that recently eaten Dagwood dog. Unfortunately, there is no unlimited rides pass available apart from on the first day of the show, and with each ride ranging between $5 and $15, it can prove to be a very expensive day if you want to experience a lot of the attractions on offer. Thankfully, not everything at the show requires payment, and there is a large petting zoo full of the cutest range of goats, sheep, chickens and geese that the kids are going to absolutely adore, and it really embraces the show's hands-on approach. All throughout the show, there is plenty of other practical events to experience for children as well that teach them about the inner workings of a farm, or even get them up close and personal with some extinct creatures. Woolworths also offers a range of food-related events and offerings in the Fresh Food Dome that can help tide you over if you ever start to feel a bit hungry. But we doubt that will ever happen. Food. The Sydney Royal Easter Show has earned the reputation as a stomping ground for the delicious and different. From lasagna on a stick to the world's longest fries, there is something for everybody. Loaded fries seem to be a rather large theme this year, so it's probably not best for those on a keto diet. Keep in mind that the food is novelty priced, especially the more gimmicky items such as deep-fried Hawaiian pizza. Simple loaded fries with a bit of sauce and meat range from $12 to $17. For families, it's in your best interest to pre-pack some food, especially if you are planning to need a few meals for a full day at the show. Final thoughts. The Royal Easter Show is an incredible experience that rolls around once a year. It joins Vivid as a must-do attraction for those in the Sydney area. It seriously does have something for everybody in its lineup, and we are excited to see how they keep ramping things up headed towards their bicentennial. As proud Australians, ReviewTyme would like to dedicate this video to those out in the country that help keep our country fed, clothed, and running. Our Australian farmers. The Sydney Royal Easter Show highlights the incredible work that these men and women do for our country, and I think it's worthwhile taking the time every now and then to remember that. For ReviewTyme, I'm Luke. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.